What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sieben, and today we are going to be talking selling on Amazon. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about my existing Amazon business, how can other people get involved, and kind of the ABCs to starting to sell on Amazon. So I'm going to go through all of those today and teach you how you can get set up with your very own account and start selling stuff on Amazon as well. All right, let's get into it. The very first thing that you need to think about selling on Amazon is what type of entity you want to be. So whether you want to keep that as a sole proprietorship or a corporation of some sort is completely up to you, but a choice that you'll have to make and you'll want to make before you even start an Amazon account. Now, full disclaimer, I'm not a tax professional. Always consult your CPA before making any decisions. But I would recommend for most people, if you're just starting out, you want to try it out for the first time, just operate as a sole proprietorship so you don't need to create any legal entity or anything like that. And then all of the income you make is taxable under your own personal tax income. Now you need to create a seller account. So the very first thing you need to decide is whether you want a basic account or a pro account. I highly recommend going with a pro account. If you're going to be selling anywhere over 35 items a month, which hopefully your plan is to do a lot more than that, the pro account is exactly what you need. All right, so if we just take a look here, you go to sell.amazon.com and we're going to go to the How It Works tab. So how to start selling. They have a great little ebook here you can download, take a look at that. Amazon does a really good job. They have something called Seller University. Once you make an account, they'll teach you absolutely everything you need to know about selling, how it works. They'll teach you their FBA program, everything like that. So before you start, you need to choose a selling plan. So you can either do an individual plan or the basic plan, which you'll pay 99 cents every time, or $39.99 a month on professional plan. So Amazon also collects a referral fee, so we'll learn a little bit about that in later videos. But essentially, this just goes through the ABCs of creating an account. So you'll need to do things like a business email, put in a credit card, some government ID, tax information, all really basic stuff. And then as well, they have an awesome little Amazon seller app in here too. So that's going to be the first thing that you want to do. And then you can go to Amazon's website and they have a lot of really good tips and tricks and guides. All right, so the next thing we're going to go over now is the 4 basic types of selling on Amazon. So first you have something called online arbitrage, or OA. So online arbitrage is essentially when you go online to a third-party site, whether it's Walmart, Home Depot, or similar sites like that, and you'll actually find something that's priced lower than it is on Amazon. So you'll basically take that listing, you will find the same listing on Amazon, and all you have to do is just look up the item on Amazon, and you see that it's selling on Amazon for more than it is by whatever certain percentage. And then you will then list that item on Amazon in your own store. You'll wait for that item to sell, and then when it does sell, you'll go back to the other website, order the item with your credit card, and then get it shipped to your Amazon customer's address. So this is also known as drop shipping. So you're basically shipping it from a third-party website to your Amazon customer, and then whatever money that you get back from the customer, the difference what you paid for the item is in your pocket. The second type of selling on Amazon is retail arbitrage, or RA. So with RA, you'll basically go into large retailers, again, Walmart, Marshalls, those kinds of places, and you can actually use the Amazon app or other third-party apps to scan the barcodes on items, and then they will automatically bring them up, and it'll tell you what it sells for on Amazon, and then you can see the price tag in store. And then similar to OA, you're going to take the item, take it up to the register, pay for it on your credit card. Now you're going to list that item on Amazon. Again, wait for your customer to buy it, and then you send it to your customer. and then you pocket the difference. Third way to sell on Amazon, and this is the way that I prefer and actually the only way that I sell on Amazon now, is wholesale. So similar to how retail stores operate, they all will work either directly with a brand or through a wholesaler. So I essentially act as retailers that you see, such as Walmart, Target, things like that. So you reach out to and find these companies that are already selling brand name items that you can find in stores on Amazon already and on shelves of retail stores. And then you basically create relationships with them, open up accounts with them to get good pricing. And then you purchase these products, and then you can either send them into Amazon warehouses through a program called FBA, or you can sell them from your own warehouse, house, whatever it is. And then when your customer orders the item, again, ship out the item, pocket the difference in price. You're kind of getting the trend here: buy low, sell high. So the fourth and final way to sell on Amazon is private label. So this is by far the most different of the four ways. Private label is when you take an already existing product, but instead of selling that product straight out with other people's branding and other people's method of marketing, you are putting your own brand, your own name, your own label on the product and selling it as your own product. So at the end of the day, the margins on private label are going to be the best. People generally operate private label businesses with anywhere from about 20 to 40% profit margins, which is quite high for reselling of products. And then also at the end of the day, you have a brand behind you. You have products that are actually your products that you're able to take and sell other places. You're building up a legitimate business with all of your products, and then you can sell your company to the next person who might be interested in taking over a business in the future. Private label is definitely very capital intensive. It takes a long time to set up. You need to pre-order product, you need to create branding, you need to create all types of marketing strategies around selling your product, but can be by far the most profitable and good long-term plan. The next thing you're going to need to know about selling on Amazon is choosing your niche. So if you are doing OA, RA, or wholesale, you don't necessarily have to choose a niche. You don't have to tie yourself down to one category, but when you're starting out, you definitely should choose a niche, should choose a category, and that will help you really focus and be able to find your first product. Private label, obviously, you're finding your own products, branding them, labeling them. You kind of have to build a brand around one certain niche. When choosing your niche, you basically are just choosing a category. And if you are an Amazon shopper already, you're probably familiar with the categories that Amazon has. And if you go into the search bar, you can do the drop-down list and you'll see beauty, you'll see pets, you'll see toys, all these different kinds of categories. So what you will want to do is really focus in on one of those categories to start, find products in that category, and then start listing them from there. The next thing I want to talk about is FBA versus FBM. So FBA, or Fulfilled by Amazon, is where you ship all of your product into Amazon warehouses and then they actually take care of everything after that point. So the best thing about it is they'll actually handle customer service, they'll handle pick and pack when the customer orders the product, and they will ship it directly to them. And then, like I said, customer service, if there's any issues whatsoever with the product, they will handle refunds, they will handle speaking with the customer over the phone, whatever the case may be. It's all dealt with after you ship that product into Amazon. In contrast, the FBM, or Fulfilled by Merchant, is when you send the product in from your own house, warehouse, whatever it may be. And so when a product is ordered on Amazon from your store, you will ship the product out to the customer, you will deal with purchasing the shipping labels to get it there, and then if there's any issues with the product after the fact, you're the one dealing with the customer service and everything like that. So the fees that are associated with the two models: FBA has its own matrix of fees depending on the category, the size, how long it's stored in their warehouses, and that differs, but they have calculators that can calculate all that for you when you're doing your product research, so don't worry about that. And then the other thing is FBM fees, is just a flat 15% referral. So because you're bearing all of the cost of the product, the pick and pack process, shipping to the customer service, all of that, they just want a 15% commission for selling on their platform, essentially. Next thing I want to talk about is the BUYBOX. So if you are already an Amazon shopper or buyer, then you know about the BUYBOX, whether you know it or not. So the BUYBOX is essentially that little area up in the right-hand corner where it says either buy it now or add to cart. And then in there will be the price and some other information such as who it's sold by and all of that good stuff. And basically what happens is sellers compete for the BUYBOX. So there's an algorithm and nobody quite knows what it is exactly, but it'll basically tell the listing who gets the BUYBOX. And this is something written by Amazon. It's proprietary, nobody knows, but essentially there's a couple of different things that you can do to better your chances of winning that BUYBOX. The first thing you want to do to win BUYBOX is price. So generally speaking, the person with the lowest price is going to be the one that holds BUYBOX. There are a number of other smaller factors such as your feedback rating as a seller. If you have poor feedback, Amazon's less likely to put you in the BUYBOX because there's obviously a reason why you have poor feedback, whether it's the quality of the product or not shipping on time, things like that. And then another big factor is FBA versus FBM. So because Amazon has their own logistics platform, customer service departments, and all of that kind of stuff, and they charge a little bit higher fees for the service, FBA is preferred by the algorithm. If you are FBA, you're more likely to win the BUYBOX over somebody who's FBM with the same feedback and the exact same price, just for those factors alone. Why is BUYBOX so important? BUYBOX is essentially where anywhere between 70 and 90% of the sales on Amazon actually happen. So you can go on to most listings on Amazon and you can click the other sellers button and you can see that there's generally multiple sellers for each listing on every product. So all those sellers essentially have the same product and are selling the exact same product, but they are fighting for that BUYBOX and they are fighting for your sale. So that's why you can sometimes see price fluctuations like day to day, even hour to hour. It updates on a 15-minute basis and it can be really differing day to day. It's because those sellers are fighting for the BUYBOX and they want you to buy their product. All right, so now you've chosen a method, you've chosen a niche or a category, you've chosen whether you're gonna do FBA or FBM, you have some insight on logistics. Now you need to decide which platform you're gonna do. So if you are located in Canada like I am, you can sell on the .ca platform. So that's the Canadian version of the site. Obviously, the clear advantage of this, if you're in Canada, you can do things like ship from your own house. The Canadian market is about 10 times smaller. It kind of goes with population of the .com or USA market. But the competition is much less than 10 times. There's often times where you can go onto a listing and you can be the only person selling a product, or maybe you're only competing with one or two people, whereas the same product on the US market, you could be competing with 10 or 20 people. So that's the beauty of using Amz.ca if you are located in Canada. As well, you can use the .com platform if you're located in the US or really anywhere in the world. You can sell on the .com. Full disclosure, about 90% of my sales, maybe more, are on .com just because it is such a massive market and you can move huge volume, especially doing the business model that I do with Amazon wholesale. You can move so many more units in a way shorter time frame. So that's just why I chose .com. You'll have to just choose what's best for you based on your location, based on the type of products you want to sell, and then go from there. All right, guys, that has been Amazon Basics. So we went over a number of different things today and I really appreciate your time. Please let me know down below in the comments what your favorite part of this was, what strategy you're thinking of using, or if you already sell on Amazon, what strategy you currently are using. As well, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit that like button. That helps out the YouTube algorithm. That'll help us grow the channel and get the knowledge out to more and more people as time goes on. And then as well, don't forget to subscribe so you can get my videos. I upload every single week, and then hit that little notification bell, and that will actually notify you every single time I post a video so you can hurry back and watch it. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Other than that, you have a good day.